Hi all, right, welcome to my new little tutorial. I'm going to show you today on how to press trousers like we do in the tailoring trade. Now these, I've made these trousers, they're not exactly finished yet, but we'll press them anyway to get ready for a fitting anyway for Christmas. So I've made these are pure bespoke trousers I've made with a beautiful what we call a Bengal stripe lining inside, and all hand stitched around the fly, hand stitched on the pockets and hand stitched buttonhole inside, and then you've got the proper what we call hook and bars. These are all heavy duty ones. So there we go. Right, so now we're going to press the trousers. Now I just want to show you a couple of things before we press them. We're going to use a clapper. This is like an old very heavy wood. It's quite a heavy duty piece of wood. Okay, slab of wood, but my old tailor gave me this as a present, so and I use that. In the old days, they used to, with the seams, because on heavy tweeds and heavy wools, they used to, heavy fabrics in general, in the very old days, they used to, the fabrics were very, very heavy, so they had to keep the seams open, so they had this seam inside, and then they used to press it, and then they used to bang the seam open. And also, I'll just show you some bit of history here as well. This is an old, it kind of looks like carbolic soap. I'm not sure what exactly this soap is, but I still use this for some techniques I use. Maybe you may see me in my welt pocket making. I use that to keep the little mitered corners open when they're cut. But in the old days, they used to use this, the soap with the heavy fabrics on the actual inside the seams, and they used to put the soap in, and then that was pressed open, and the soap actually stuck, and it kept the seams open. So there's an old bit of history there, and I still use that for some techniques I do for some of my tailoring techniques. Right, okay, let's carry on with pressing the trousers now. On my trousers I don't have pleats. Some of you may have pleats. This has got a dart, so this is in the middle. So we're actually going to use this dart. If you don't have a dart, I'll just show you a different way so you don't get confused. Now we're going to press one side at a time, okay? So just get the one side out, you can fold it out. Now we always press on the inside leg first, okay? So you can see what I'm doing. So if you just get your inside, get the other trousers out of the way. So I'm just going to just fold that out of the way, okay? So now let's get this in view for you here. So this is the inside leg now, okay? Now if we get the seam, we pick up the seam inside, you can see the seam, the trouser seams, you can see where the seams are. We put them together. Remember my little thing, we marry them, they're engaged and they marry, the seams go together, okay? Put them together at the bottom, okay? And then what we'll do, you press the front side first. So where the dart is here, we'll get this in shot here for you here. See if I can get it all in shot, hopefully. I'll bring this down a little bit here. Okay. So you can see it all brilliant. So at the bottom now we've got they're together, the seams, okay? So put the seams together, okay? Right, now, this dart is in the middle. The way I've cut it, this dart is always in kind of in the middle, like the crease. So that's where the crease will be. So you'll actually place that. So you fold that to where your dart is or where your pleat is, and that's a straight, okay? So make sure it's married at the bottom on the seam, and then that will be one straight line here, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to press that crease first, okay? So get a bit of steam in, and then dry press it, okay? What we call dry press, get steam in, and just do that. And just go right to the top where that dart is. If you've got a dart or if you've got a pleat, you'd go right to the pleat, okay? Just inside where the pleat is, okay? So that's kind of pretty much a straight line there, okay? So you do that first. Okay, now we're gonna actually press from that crease to the back, okay? So I'm just gonna bring this in shot for you here. Just bring this up a little bit. We don't want to be moving it too much because the steam, it's still hot. So I put my clapper on, okay? That actually ensures the crease won't move, because sometimes your trousers will move when you're pressing it. Can you see that? It's moving. So I put this clapper on, and I learnt this technique from a great trouser maker who taught me how to make trousers. And he used to use this, and I was a bit kind of, wow, what the hell is that? And it's just to stop the crease, stop the trousers from moving when you're pressing it, okay? So let me just get it on the hem here, okay? So just place that clapper there, and then we're just going to actually press over. See, we're going to press to the back leg now, okay? So you press the middle, make sure everything's nice, and then we'll move the clapper up, okay? Just make sure it doesn't move, okay? And we're going to move that up, and that's what we're going to keep doing, okay? And press the bottom hem, okay, as well. So we're just going to keep going. Now, as we get up to the top here, the seat, this is what your seat is, just make sure you want this here. You don't want excess fabric here, so that has got to be remembered. So if I put my clapper there, that won't move. So this excess here now, that's all got to be pressed nicely. There's got to be no bulge in there or no excess fabric all bunched up there. It cannot be bunched. So make sure this crotch here is all nice and flat, and then that will naturally go to the back crease. Yeah, okay. So that's why I have this clapper in, so it won't move the trousers. Okay. You can use, I don't know, you can improvise with something a little bit heavy. You can put down. So I'm just going to go up to the. I'm going to carry on up now. Now, depending on your trousers, sometimes you might have narrow knees and wider hems. The angle will change. So you just, can you see this here, this excess here? So I'm just going to just move this out of the way here. So I'm just going to just angle that a little bit more so it's flat here, okay? And that all depends on your angle, how narrow your trousers are, how wide your knee is, okay? So just bear that in mind. So that's to the knee, okay? So I'm just going to move the clapper up a little bit so it doesn't move, and that's going to be just, okay? So we'll just move this clapper up a little bit more there. And remember, this crotch, you've got to have a nice flat, it cannot be bunching up. So you've got to have a nice smooth, see, there's no excess there. And the excess, you move it to the back crease line now, okay? Can you see that? And then at the top here, just get a nice run there, okay? You're only going to, traditionally you'll just press it just past where that crotch is there, up here, just a little bit more, okay? See how nice and smooth everything is now? And that's why I use that clapper, because sometimes the trousers can move. And there we go. And that inside is done now, okay? And all we do is flip it to the right side, okay? And then I'll get from the bottom. Always do it from the front crease, okay? Front to the back, always. So when you turn it to the right side, I'm just going to do that, okay? So, and that's how that is done there. Okay. Now, if you don't have, I'm going to show you in a minute, if you don't have a dart or a pleat, because that actually determines your line of where your crease is. Some tailors will actually try and marry up the seam inside at the top, or as close as they can. Your seams will run inside, so you can do that away as well. But most of will have darts in, or a pleat in the trousers anyway, so you can use that pleat as your guide, okay? And that's what you do, okay? So we're going to do the front again, okay? At the hem, front. So you've already got the crease in anyway, so you should be fine when you turn it over there, okay? All right, so just bring this a little bit here because I want to get the angle. I want to get the view in for you so you can see what I'm doing, okay? All right, and just make sure you've got your line there. So just put that crease in, just once you've got the front crease in on top, then, so you'll only go so far up, you can only go so far up where the pocket is at the bottom. You can just finish it there because we're going to put it on a donkey afterwards, and we're going to press the rest of that top afterwards. You'll see what I do. So you can only go so far up with this anyway, okay? All right, so we just go as far up, like virtually where the pocket is, okay? Right, there we go. Now, that front is done now, so we're just going to now, just remember from the front to the back. So I'm going to put my clapper down so that won't move. You don't have to use a clapper, but I think it's just easier for me. I do it all the time. especially when you've got lightweight fabrics, not heavy fabrics, that it has a tendency to move the crease, the front. Okay, so just put a bit of steam in and then dry press it. Okay, I'm just doing it quickly for you because, you know, I don't want you to get bored of me pressing things. Okay, but you take your time. Okay, so what you do then, just get that crease line, because we've already made the crease line anyway, we've already established the crease. Okay, and then we'll just go a little bit further up and kind of stop around here. Okay, and there's one side. Okay, that's one side done. And then you will do exactly the same to the other side. Because I'm going to save time on the video, I'm only just doing the one side, but I'm going to do the other side, and we'll get back to the next section when I've completed the other side. Okay, so what you would do, just quickly, you just fold this up. Okay, make sure it doesn't crease. You flip it over. Okay, can you see? So now that's folding nicely out the way. Okay, and then you do exactly the same to the other trousers. Okay, just get it nicely in the crease, and then make sure the dart at the top is lined up. Okay, here there's a dart there, so make sure that is lined up. And once that's lined up, okay, and you've got your bottom, remember the most important thing is your bottom seams are got to be together. Okay, just make sure they're fine. Once they're fine at the bottom, then you get your crease line on the front with matching the dart. Okay, or the pleat, and then you just press that. So I'm going to do that now to save time, and we'll get back to you when we're going to do the next part. Okay. Okay, right, I'm just finishing off these trousers now. Now, it's really important, when you steam it, you don't move it, okay, because it's still, it's penetrated, the actual steam is penetrated into the fabric, the trousers, and you don't want anything stretchy or anything, because it's got to set, so you've got to dry press it and set it, so you want to get all the moisture out, because it's the moisture that can, you know, get things stretching and things. You don't want to be doing that. So just keep dry press it. Now you can see up here the crotch again. Remember, you get rid of that excess. You just move it out to the back. Okay. Remember, this is the back now. Always press from the front to the back. Okay. I've got my clapper on. So, and you only go really up to the crotch area. Okay. Yeah. Can you see? So that's what I'm doing. And that's all done now. So I'm just going to go to the front. Flip it over to the front, and then I'll get back to you when we place it back on the donkey. Okay. Okay, one thing, you can see where this dart is, so I'm just going to put that crease and just make sure that's kind of level with that dart. Or if that's a pleat, you'll see you want to get it right in line with the pleat area, just there, and that's all you need to do there. Okay, that's all done now, and we're going to take it off now and from the table. I'll get back to you on the next little section. Okay, if this is an old sleeve board I've got, and some of you may have seen me using the sleeve board. It's vintage, I think, from an old table, and this is usually made of canvas. This is all fine, it's still all intact, the canvas, and these are all marks from the iron. It's still fine, it's still okay. So I use this for pressing. So I do suggest try and buy a sleeve board. You can use, if your end of your ironing board, the way it is, just place the trousers on the edge of the actual ironing board, and it's the same. Remember, the edge of the ironing board, you can just place the trousers on that way. Okay. So same method. Okay. This is a smaller version. Okay. It's quite a heavy duty sleeve board. Okay. Now undo your zip. Okay. That could have been undone at the beginning, doesn't really matter. And then you'll place your front over your ironing board at the end, or your sleeve board, and you're going to press now across, okay, to the other side. So we're going to press the first, what we call a French bearer. Most trousers will have this kind of excess kind of shape. They're all in different shapes, but this is what we call a French bearer. So just press that, a bit steaming, and dry press it, okay. And then we're going to go along. Don't press the crease, so just be careful of the crease line there, and just press the waistband at the top, okay. Alright, I'm just going to do this quickly for you, okay, but you'll get the idea of what I'm trying to do, okay. And then we'll just go along here, make sure everything's flat on your ironing board at the edge of it, okay? Put a bit of steam in, okay? Press at the top. Alright, dry press it, so put a bit of steam in and then dry press it afterwards, okay? And then we'll just go along, okay? Bit of steam in, and that will be dry pressed. I'm just doing it quickly for you, okay? And you just carry on and carry on, okay? So we'll just carry on as we go along the actual top of the trousers. So we're basically pressing the top of the trousers now, okay? We've pressed the bulk of the trouser on the table, and now on the edge of your ironing board or a sleeve board, you press the rest of it, okay? Got the dart there at the back. So put a bit of steam in and then dry press it, okay? And now we're near at the end. We're coming to the other side now. So basically we're going full circle. Okay? Just don't press the crease, okay? And when you get to the other side, just be careful around this fly area, okay? And then you've got an extension. Some of you won't have an extension, but some of you will, okay? And that is all pressed, okay? And that's it. It's all pressed in place. The trousers are finished. I'll just try and put them on the table if you can see them. So they're all done. So we've got a nicely pressed pair of trousers. Now, if you feel that you may have gone into the crease, just pick up where your dart or where your pleat is, and then just re-press this little bit here, okay? Just so you can see, make sure, and then put it back on your donkey or your sleeve board. Nice back line back in, creased line, okay? All right, the trousers are finished now. I can't get it in a full view for you because, you know, trousers are so long, but you'll get the general idea what I've been trying to do, okay? So hopefully this has helped you, just open your eyes up a little bit at how some trousers are finished and pressed. So if this has helped you, then my job's done and I'm happy for you, okay? So hopefully I'll see you on my next tutorial, and I'll just say ciao for now. See you later. Thanks.